And we're live. Not really. Welcome. This is January 2nd of 2020. It is episode 1 of Thursday Night Grind with me, Matt, at the American Edge. This is supposed to be live, but I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet to my channel, so I have to do it recorded and it'll go live after. I'm going to treat it like it's a live video. But if you could hit the subscribe button and like this, that would help me get the opportunity to do this live. And then the idea is if you're interested in learning about sharpening or starting a sharpening business or any of that, then hit the bell too, because you'll be notified every Thursday night, 8:30 Eastern time, going live to sharpen whatever's on the bench. So I have a small sharpening business, and the idea is whatever comes in, whatever my customers drop off, whatever's on the bench, Thursday night, we'll sharpen it together. Ask questions, go check out the comments. I'd like this to be interactive. I'd like to learn from you, and I'd also like to teach you the way that I'm doing these things that I'm doing. So tonight, Loppers. Somebody dropped off some Loppers today. So the first thing is the inspection on the Loppers. And I actually had to turn a pair back to the customer who dropped these off, because on one pair she dropped off, the blade did not cross the other piece here. So what happens is, when you sharpen it, we're going to remove some material, some metal off of that edge. And when we do that, there needs to be enough overlap here for that to cut. And a lot of times, it ends up stopping like that. I don't know if you can see that, a little gap right here. When you remove material, that just gets worse and worse. So those Loppers were not high class. They did not have a blade that was replaceable, so they had to be scrapped. And such is life. All right, but that's the inspection. I also look for chips. These ones are not too bad for Loppers that come in. So the first thing I'm going to do is take these apart. I prepped my tools because I want to try to respect your time. This one is relatively straightforward, probably a 13 millimeter socket and an Allen tool for the back. Don't need the Allen tool on this one. Try to remember how these go together. That will pop out. Blade comes free. Alright, the other thing, so I'm just going to leave this all together. A lot of times what I would do is then take this to the wire wheel and clean it up to spare you the trip out to the wheel. I'm going to just put this in the vise and sharpen it. So these are flat on the back with a bevel here. So I actually just got this vise, which I'm excited about because this allows me to clamp in the vertical position. I have not even used it yet. I just got it mounted today. You can see it has these little non-marring jaws as well. They are magnetic. I need to make sure that I give myself enough room to get. I'm going to do this with the work sharp and the tool grinding attachment on the work sharp. So the first thing is to cut a new bevel. I'm going to use my coarse belt on here. Get you in on the action. All right, now when I'm doing this, I can see that I'm touching the bevel. The other thing to point out on the work sharp is that there is effectively a platen here, or a slack belt grinding here. I'm doing this slack belt, makes a slightly concave edge. And then the other thing to comment on is that I have to build a burr. If I'm not building a burr, then I'm not getting an edge. You hear that? That's how I check it. That's my fingernail grabbing the burr all the way around. I'm good. I'm gonna go up to my next belt. This was like a 60 grit. Worksharp makes it kind of hard to know what all their belts are. I honestly don't remember. I'd have to go back and look at what the grit is on each one. All right, next one. I don't know if I mentioned that I can see where I'm removing the material, so I know when I have the right angle. And the other thing, now that that's a relatively finer grit, I'm going to remove that burr. I'm going to do that with an Edge Pro stone, but I need to get some water first. Just lubricate that stone a little bit. And I have, this is one of those, it's a little strip of that drawer liner. Pop this out of here. Oh yeah, that thing has a cool feature where it tightens up when you clamp down, but I'm not sure I'm a super fan of it yet. All right. For these, I'm doing a pull stroke. I'm going to push that burr back to the other side. Didn't get it there or there. I could also do it freehand. Noticing, oh no, all right, I pushed it over. Okay, my nail was catching a little bit right there, but I can see I pushed the burr back to this side. Back in the vise. Back you up just a little bit. Go to my next finer grit. If you haven't seen this mechanism before, this is so that's you push and twist. Like I didn't realize it did that until a while, but that's a sweet feature. Little grab right there, and then pop. Spin it once, so it gets the belt in the right spot on the wheels, and let's do it to it. Remove that burr. This time I'm going to cut it off. Rather than pushing it back to the bevel side, by pushing that along my stone, I'm effectively cutting that burr off. If you can see that. It's coming together, just grabbing. Already cut my fingernail, you see that? I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to cut my thumb. Last one. All right, and now I'll cut that burr off. Get the little spritz of water, clean that stone one more time. come back over here. Someday I'm gonna get a nice little rolly tripod stand so it's all a smooth transition for you. If you saw that, just cut that burr right off. Yeah, I'm torn about taking it to the wire wheel and cleaning that up a little more, but actually we got to go out there too. I'm going to put some grease and lubricant on here. So let's go touch this on the wheel real quick and get what we need. Follow me. This is, so we were just in my my new shop. Now we're going back to what's left of my old shop. All this stuff will get moved in there eventually. I'm not a super fan of how that's looking. So what I want to do instead is a little Goo Gone. That's the best I have found for getting sap and everything off of these. Yeah, that's better. I didn't need a wire wheel, I just need a little Goo Gone. And I use super white, no reason, white lithium grease. I feel like it lasts a little bit longer than the WD. We'll take both with us for this. Back to the new shop. Bumpy ride, sorry. Come on, guys. All right, this is classy. So what I like about the idea of doing live is that you get the real deal. Like you don't get all the outtakes, and I'd definitely clean it up if I were doing a YouTube video, but in this case, it makes it more authentic. So come on in here. Let's see how we're gonna do this. Done with that. Spin you around right here. All right. That went right in there. I'm going to touch my grease in here. Just a little goob. I don't mind going a little heavy with the grease. Same on this, both of the surfaces where things are riding, and then also on the pin. All right. Oh. Trials and tribulations of moving into a new shop and not being totally set up yet. All right. Here. 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 And here. And then what we need to do is make sure we set the tension. Pretty sloppy right now. I also like to, after I sharpen it, I close it real slow first to make sure I didn't leave a burr. I don't want it to catch. If it catches, kind of got to start over. And now I'm just tightening a little bit. I feel like that's pretty good. Maybe one more click. See, I'm moving my Allen. There we go. Okay. All right, and I realized too that I did not clean off this part like I normally do. I usually put all this stuff on the wire wheel to clean it all off. I'll hit it with some Goo Gone after I close out the video. But there you have it. Set of loppers, 15 minutes. I charge 10 bucks to do these at the moment, so that's respectable, right? And if it's something that you'd like to learn more about, make sure you contact me. You can either post a comment down here. I'm curious, like, if you have any feedback, like how do you do loppers? There's a bunch of different ways to do them. Also curious what grease everybody uses. White lithium seems good to me. What I'm gonna do is, while I'm thinking of it, just spritz down the blade itself with a little WD, except I don't have the right rag. All right, well, anyway, I'll clean that in after I get the right rag. Hopefully that bevel looks nice to you guys. Nice and shiny, cuts good. All right, so you can find me at The American Edge. I like to think that I serve in 3 different ways. The first is to provide precision sharpening on all sorts of stuff. Started with kitchen knives and then pocket knives, scissors, loppers, pruners, mowers, chainsaws, all sorts of stuff. Not everything, but all sorts of stuff. So if you need some stuff sharpened, I'm on the seacoast in New Hampshire. Please look me up. Secondly, if you'd like to learn how to sharpen, subscribe, like, hit that little bell so you get more notifications. If you'd like to come learn in my shop, that's an option too. Make sure you reach out to me. And if you are enterprising and like to start your own sharpening business, reach out to me too, because I provide consultation on that in a few different ways. So whatever works best for you. I hope you enjoyed this. If you gained value, if you have any questions, hit them below. Contact me, The American Edge, AmericanEdgeSharpening.com. Thank you.